Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who is currently under an ethics investigation, received a lot of criticism a few weeks ago when he decided to donate to the Clinton Foundation over $20 million. Many Canadians did not agree with their tax money going to the Clintons at that time. This is what's happened since. Now there's a crisis going on in Canada where thousands of Haitians are flocking across the border. This is a quote describing the situation, saying we are aware of the irregular border crossings by individuals who request refugee protection upon arrival in Canada. This was a result. It's being reported that there were messages that had been sent through a number of channels, such as WhatsApp, which suggested that Canada was inviting individuals to seek refugee status here. So now we have thousands of Haitians streaming in from the United States across the border, most of them being unprocessed. So many of them, although they are set to be deported, most of them, seems that many of these refugees are not going to be tracked and probably will stay in the country, and it will be unknown that they're here. This is a issue for a number of reasons. First of all, and this traces back to the Clintons potentially, the Clinton Foundation has done a lot of what they call work in Haiti, but if you look at the opinions of actual Haitians, there has been a lot of many accusations of exploitation, including possible links to child and human trafficking even. One separate case, actually not directly related to the Clinton Foundation as far as I know, but also in Haiti and involving the Clintons, the case with Laura Silsby. You can look into that if you're not familiar with it, but essentially Bill and Hillary Clinton got a human trafficker that was smuggling 33 children across the border of Haiti. They got this person off the hook completely, basically. Clinton, on her behalf, Laura Silsby served a very short prison sentence for kidnapping over 33 children from Haiti. This is a huge problem in Haiti. Human trafficking is also a big issue in Canada. Canada is a large country. It has already been an issue in having more undocumented persons. Whenever I bring this issue up, I know it's a hot button topic. Illegal immigration is a problem, though. I mean, no matter how you want to deal with that, I'm not saying that Donald Trump's approach to that or proposals regarding that are 100% the right way to go. I'm not saying that's wrong, but whether you're siding more with deportation or amnesty or what, something needs to be done besides having just completely undocumented women and children streaming into this country. This is an issue that when women and children are trafficked into a country, they become, when they're smuggled into a country, they become much more vulnerable to trafficking rings within a country. So I'm afraid there are hundreds with this scenario where there are now hundreds of Haitian refugees running across the border into Canada, most of them being unchecked. At least some women and children will end up being undocumented human trafficking victims in Canada. It's also interesting that the Clintons chose to vacation to Canada, very close to where these asylum seekers are being held right now. There is I believe it's a hotel in Montreal where many of these individuals are staying. But there are a number of odd connections. So basically the sequence of events, I'll read through in a little bit more description the actual events happening in Canada right now. But it seems quite odd that this was a unpopular donation to begin with. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, is not getting many political points for donating to the Clintons. This was not a popular decision, it seems, amongst Canadians. So why was he giving millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation? He's saying that it's for advocacy causes. There's plenty of other charities to donate to besides the Clintons. Then just at this same time, basically, we have these fake social media messages that were circulated that invited falsely invited. The Canadian government is officially saying all these thousands of refugees to come from the United States into Canada. The Clintons this same week decide that this is a good time to vacation just hours away from where these thousands of refugees are primarily going to be staying. And this is not the official cut. This is just a personal vacation as far as is officially being reported. But it is strange, the timing and the fact that they decide to go straight there at this exact time. So just some more detail on exactly what's happening with this issue in Canada. So Canada is now scrambling to prepare temporary housing for an influx of people entering from the United States and seeking asylum. About 250 asylum seekers, mainly from Haiti, are entering Montreal and French-speaking Quebec province each day. So 200 to 300 each day. Soldiers are now setting up tents along the border while officials process the new individuals. So this was a result of this WhatsApp hoax. Another. They're blaming social media posts for this. It's unclear what the actual source who posted these fake messages that they're talking about. Could this be something that was actually facilitated by the government and they're just using it as an excuse where they're Trudeau, it seems he wants to bring more refugees in. That is actually his official plan, but the Canadian public, it seems, is starting to not agree with that policy. So it's sort of a way for him to get this done while absolving himself and sort of saying it's out of his control in a sense at this point. So Haitians in particular are now flowing into the country because their temporary protected status will expire in January. Most of these Haitians were brought in after the 2010 earthquake. They would have been brought in by Obama. This likely would have been facilitated by Hillary in part. When renewing the status in May, officials said conditions in Haiti were improving, so the program might not extend again. This is in reference to the protected status of these individuals, which will expire in January unless the Department of Homeland Security extends it. The U.S. granted Haitians the protection from the deportation following the massive 2010 earthquake. So this is what is happening in Canada. It's unclear how the government is going to deal with this. It seems like they have just said that they're getting the military involved. But this will be an issue, even if a majority of these people are deported or given some sort of amnesty, or it's dealt with in one way or another. I suspect with hundreds streaming across the border, most being unchecked, there will be women and children, most likely, that end up being trafficked within Canada. And Justin Trudeau, I mean, he's at a surface. He has a veneer that he puts on where he's saying that he's a strong feminist and he's a human rights advocate, and he doesn't seem to be taking this issue very seriously. This is a big problem. He's either completely ignorant to the potential issues that this could cause, or he knows very well how problematic this is, and it's actually part of a plan and part of why he donated this money to the Clintons. I will follow up with this story as well as any other possible connections back to the Clintons. Please let me know what you think in the comments. If you could leave a like on this video, it's greatly appreciated, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, everyone.